Dear viewers, I'm Xnick and thank you for being here. Thank you to all new subscribers. And today I'm going to show you just a few games, not that many, of this deck that is trying to hinder the opponent's plan by the use of the Ring Wingmare. It's a flying 2-1 for 1 white and 2 generic mana that reads non-creature spells, cost 1 more to cast. So against heavy spell and non-creature based decks, this is going to be awesome, and we have a few ways to protect the Wingmare, but most notably the Selfless Spirit, and later on Archangel Abyssin to keep our creatures indestructible until end of turn. And we also are running the Convergence spells, because for the Convergence augments the power of the spells for each color you use to cast it, and with the Pegasus in play, it means that instead of paying 4 mana we have to pay 5 for the Brilliant Spectrum, but then X turns out to be 5 instead of a maximum of 4 otherwise. Same goes for Unified Front, Infuse with Elements, and the Radiant Flames. For 4 mana we get to deal 4 damage to all creatures in the battlefield. That probably is going to kill only the opponent's creatures as long as we have the effect of the Selfless Spirit. Then we run a lot of tools to help us getting our cards, and also the strong Nissa Baswoodseer and Renegade Rallier, which combines nicely together with the Eldrazi Displacer to bring back and ramp us good, because we're running 5 colors, that's why. And finally our finishers, the Archangel Abyssin, that if she flips and deals 3 damage across the board, that you have to kill one of your own creatures to trigger that. Then the Noxious Gearhulk, the best of the Gearhulk in my opinion, that can destroy another creature when it enters the battlefield and gives you life. Sire of Stagnation, a very hard creature to use, but it's going to make the opponent regret playing land, because if they do, they exile 2 cards and lets you draw 2 more. And the Oblivion Sower, that it's exiled lands from the opponent, and well, that's exactly what we want in a 5-color deck. Yeah. The mana base a bit tricky here, going 5 colors with little dual lands, not that many, since we are going to want to fetch lots of cards with the Evolving Wilds, and that's why we also run either halves. No, we don't have any energy makers in the deck, that's a bit tricky here, but we also need colorless mana for the Eldrazi Displacer, so arguably the deck is a 6-color deck here. So let's jump to some games and see how it does. Okay, let's see how this one goes now. Our deck was made to fight against decks that doesn't run so many creatures. Let's see if we find this type of opponent. Our deck is a bit slow, not good enough. A bit better, we have the Wingmare and the Unified Front and the Radiant Flames. Only thing we don't have the mana, which is maybe problematic. We are missing white and red. And if the opponent is running counter spells, if we get to resolve the Wingmare, we're going to be so happy here. But before we get to there, we are going to need much more mana. So he has the either super, probably going to get the opponent a servo token. This is also very cool, provided we find our blue after we find our white. The colors of the rainbow that we need. Okay, 2 mana, white 2. So the Harvester is going to swing with this. Okay, a lot of energy going up. This Harvester can also gain lifelink. Okay, that's not entirely bad. I guess we play the Wingmare here, trade in and hope to find the red. This should slow the opponent a little bit, I hope, unless he's playing more creatures. He's just crewing. Maybe he attacks with both and he gains an additional token. Instead he does not. We could trade, but I think I better save the trade for later. He did not pay the energy, which is interesting. This is hard to kill. He has to pay 1 mana to activate that ability. Well, in this scenario, I guess we go for the draw. We have to pay an additional mana to cast this spell. We force the opponent to discard, and he's going to play or try to play something, but the Wingmare is probably going to dampen his attempts. And we find a land which is pretty good for us, and he's dropping a very good creature, I should say. So he's probably going for the Revolt, which this Syndicate Trafficker is going to help him getting. By the looks of it, now he has 2 whites. Here comes the Harvester. We still haven't found our red, so probably we just keep the Wingmare up. Okay, he wants us to trade so he can play cheaper cards. And okay, Nissa is excellent. Too bad we don't have enough things to help her out. Yes, give me that forest, which we are going to play right away, so we don't give up the other colors that we might have in the deck. Now the opponent is going to want to kill Nissa before she transforms. Only thing is, it's easier to kill Nissa in Planeswalker form, I guess, unless he is running a removal. But then we have the Mortuary Mire. Harvester again going for more damage. The opponent is saving the energy for some reason. Perhaps he feels safe up there. He swings with the Syndicate Trafficker. Perhaps I'm going to block with Nisa here. He's going to sacrifice the token. Which this is not as bad as it looks, provided we find red. So give me a little bit of red mana, please. Well, now also the opponent has Revolt, so if he has some Revolt card, he should play now, but the Wingmare might be preventing him from using those. Nope. Okay. So still no red. Okay, we're going with the unified front here. We're still missing some colors. Okay, there we go. Skip some of the attack, and maybe I should add, that's a good idea, adding the other Aether Sphere Harvester in my deck. So since I have the Aether Hub, alright. Also Thalia could be, Thalia is a nice addition for the deck too. Here comes another swing with... No, this time he left the Syndicate Trafficker on defense. He needs the token for the Trafficker. Should I take 4? I guess we do. Now please, red mana over here, or blue. Blue is better. Please, 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 please. Well, almost. So pick up the blue. Then Altered Ego something, or Skyrider Elf is actually better, so go ahead. Here comes the island to our hand. We drop it. We go with the Skyrider Elf with 3 colors, so it becomes a 3/3. And I guess we sent one attacker. Haha, take that, opponent. Haha, that'll teach you. Now we have 2 air blockers. The opponent has run out of energy, which is good for us. He wants to swing with the Syndicate Trafficker, I believe. We could double block the Harvester with these 2. There's another vehicle with Trample. 5/3 haste and Trample. That is going to be an issue for us. But he had to pay, instead of 4, it cost 5 energy, I mean 5 mana to play. What can we do here? Okay, maybe this and this and this and this to force the trafficker to sacrifice one of the tokens. I could prevent more damage by blocking the Fleetwood Crosser, but also we want to get rid of the shenanigans over here. Well, we are sitting at 4 and Renegade Rallier could be nice if we had something that we could use. What to do? Okay. Altered Ego. So we have 3. This becomes a 3-5, 4-6. I don't think it's going to matter too much. So let's have a good, nice, good old either super and recover the Basswood Seer from the graveyard. It's at the top of our library. We skip the attack, and what is the opponent going to do? If he kills the super, we die, basically. Well, not right away, but it's going to be tough. He probably has more of these haste vehicles. Pretty dire situation. Oh no! Stop making so many artifacts, opponent. And he did well. He seems to not be running a card with converted mana cost 3 or less. So what is it going to be? If he could spend these 2 mana, please. No, he's not attacking with. Yeah, I figure that. So by flipping Nissa, we activate Revolt for the Rallier, which means we are going to be able to grab the Implement of Malice or the Skyrider Elves. Now the opponent just is leaving that up. Okay. Anything else we can grab here? No. Well, this is 1 mana off from the reach of the Renegade Rallier. Okay, here comes Nissa. I guess we drop the forest from Nissa. That blue I might regret. Well, we now have energy for the either half anyways. Okay, there we go, flipping Nissa. Let's see, what do we get? That's not bad at all, but we are going to have to take care of the Syndicate Trafficker before doing anything else. So go ahead, Radiant Flames with 3. I don't think it changes anything. Let's do it with 2. Off we go. Now we want to have some air cover. Of course, the implement of Malice is going to give us more cards, but we have Nisa out already. And what just happened? Oh. What happened? Please, why game? I did something wrong. I wanted to pick up the Sky Raider Elf. Oh no, I know what happened. It's a 0. Oh. Oh boy. It goes straight to the graveyard. Oh. I'm so smart. It didn't have any power because it's a 0/0 creature. Multiform Wonder, pretty annoying for us. And we have to save Nisa, it's our only hope. Of course, the Eldrazi Displacer also could be a great help. Here comes the attack. We're going to have to let go Renegade Rallier, but the opponent is going to have to sacrifice either the Flyer or the Multiform Wonder. But apparently he sees that he's not going to get through. Yeah, okay. He's trying to trick us into blocking with our 4/5. No. Just going for it. Okay, this one grows larger. So we have a little thing called the Noxious Gearhulk that could be our better option right now. We have the ground blockers covered with the Oblivion Sower, provided the opponent is not able to kill it. And oh, this is lovely. This I like. Give me something cool. Yes, this is swamp. Okay, go waste this. And go Eldrazi Displacer. Should I use the Oblivion Sower? If I don't hit a land, it's too risky, so let's just continue. Skip the attack. Let's just see what the opponent tries to do here. We're going to try to block either the Syndicate Trafficker, and we could clone our Eldrazi Displacer with the... This is actually the Altered Ego, so we could clone our Eldrazi Displacer if the opponent tries to kill the Eldrazi Displacer to save it, but we lose the aerial cover. This is an interesting board. The opponent has the card advantage for the time being. Resourceful Return, okay, he gets the Super. Well, instead of getting the Wonder. There we go. Here comes the Super. And he probably wants to swing now with the Harvester, and he needed someone that can crew the Harvester. Now, bypassing the Eldrazi Displacer is very difficult if the opponent knows what it does. So let's see. He's not crewing, and what is he going to do? We're going to put this one up. So let's see if he wants to. Yes, he wants to sacrifice the harvester. It gives an additional counter to this, but in response we're going to flicker the syndicate trafficker, and well, I think this is the game now. Now we still have to defeat the opponent, but he lost this artifact. We have the Eldrazi Displacer up. We're going to exile something hopefully important with the Oblivion Sower. Before all of that, we get that's funny. But I think we go first with the Sire of Stagnation, because it means that the opponent possibly drops some lands and exile something that we can later fetch with the Oblivion Sower. Let's continue. Should I attack here? Nah, I don't think so. Still, we need to develop a little bit more, especially against the air. If the opponent has another haste creature, we want to be able to handle the situation. And ultimately, we could negative Nissa too. Here comes Ram, alright. Fleet Wheel Vehicle. Lets the opponent draw. 5-3 with haste, and thank you for that. What did he lost? Vengeful Rebel and another land. Very good. We now have our own vehicle ourselves. What are you going to do, opponent? Not much, it seems. We could clone SRAM, but I'd rather not. Okay then. Reveal the card. We have to show the opponent what are we getting. The Unified Front. It's pretty sweet. We still haven't got our red. But this could give us 4 tokens in the ground. I guess we swing with the 5-7. The opponent Cruz probably wants to block here. Maybe he makes the Trafficker indestructible. Again, having the Eldrazi Displacer means that he's not going to be able to do much against us. Alright. Is it time? Well, Oblivion Sower looks great. But for the time being, let's go with the just the Selfless Spirit. So we are sitting at 4 life, which is really scary, because if the opponent has a burn spell, we could die, and in black there are a few things that could kill us without attacking, but thanks to this combination of Altered Ego, okay, mechanized production on. Alright, that's a cool one. This is going to give Fleetwheel Cruisers for the opponent at the start of the upkeep, and now he has Perdim, which means now the Eldrazi Displacer tricks are going to be much harder to use, and unless we get rid of Perdim somehow. What to do here? Infuse, unified front. I want to have the expensive version of the infuse with elements. We could also use the ultimate ability on Nissa. Oh, no you didn't. We only have... Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, what to do? Do you see? Untap up to 6 target lands. Let's go with the Oblivion Sour first. Well, I think we kill the opponent right now with the ultimate ability from Nissa, but our hand is so splendid because we have Abyssin, we have the Selfless Spirit in play. Yeah, this is... Alright. We have infused with elements. Right, this is a handful of damage going towards our opponent's face. We better kill him good now because we are sitting at 4 life here. And he takes it. Whoa, that was close. Well, I forgot to add Thalia to the deck. Thalia. She's a very good card, but she costs 3 mana, and adding anything above 3 mana, it's going to make the deck a bit harder to operate. Not ideal hand, but I'm going to keep it because we have the Ruin in their wake to provide us with some black. After that we get to do the implement of Malice. We should be fine as long as the opponent is not going hyper aggressive or hyper counter spells heavy. Now we don't have a colorless land for the Displacer, but also we don't have any target that we want to flicker. Go. I guess we start applying pressure since we now have 3 lands in hand, and Ruin in their wake maybe gets us the blue mana for the Brilliant Spectrum instead. Of course, the effect of forcing the opponent to discard something is relevant, and we can do it 2 times. He has green, black, white and blue, the colors of Tamillo and the flickering, and he has Baral. Why Baral? Yeah, I like Baral. Okay, and now we have the black mana source for the implement of Malice. So let's get blue mana here. Off we go. Should I attack? Let's do the attack here. At some point we're going to have the Displacer out helping us, unless of course the opponent has highly valuable flicker creatures. Maybe we mill the opponent with this deck if he has some card that gives him draws. We could force the opponent to have a very strong hand. This Well, yeah, this is a flicker target for sure. Okay, definitely we want Desire of Stagnation pretty soon. So we are going to go Brilliant Spectrum tonight. Perhaps we throw away Gearhulk. What do we want in the graveyard? The Implements of Malice. Confirm. Continue. Skip the attack. We still need some untapped land if we want to play Desire on 6. Since we have the Noxious Gearhulk, Spire Patrol, giving the opponent the ability to tap our creature. Opponent, why do you do that? Alright. Double black with the explosive vegetation. No, I don't need double black, I need one black. Let's pick up red and black. And Mortuary Mire. Continue. And hopefully the opponent does not have a counterspell for the Gearhulk. Otherwise we are going to be in deep trouble. We probably want to have Oasis with the Evolving Wilds. Oath of Ajani, giving counters for everybody. On the other hand, now it's going to... yeah, good. It's going to be harder for the opponent to have a counter spell, and we're going to eat the Baral here. Do we eat the Baral? We can block everything else. Except, I mean, the Flyer can be more problematic. He could flicker the Spire Patrol and then we cannot block. I guess it's too risky to leave up a Flyer that can tap our creatures. So we eat the guy. Destroy. And let me drop the mountain. No, the building whites. Let's put the wastes untapped next turn. Now we are still not out of the clear water, but we might get there. Hamlet. Oh, this. When this attack, other humans gain a bonus track under... on what? Which one of these two? He doesn't want to flicker our Gearhulk back to the hand, right? That could be a bit silly, I guess. Does not attack. So now I think we are not going to drop the Displacer because the opponent has shown us that spell. So let's go Evolving Wilds, get Revolt on the ready, drop the Rallier and bring up some Implement of Malice. We now make the opponent discard. Let's see what he throws away. This is nice, but we cannot play it right now. So he threw away the drag under. So this guy is going to flip. I think we just drop the copter and hope for the best. It doesn't look like the opponent runs counter spells. If he has Barrel's expertise, we are dead. If he has Barrel's expertise. And Thalia's. Okay. Doesn't really matter. Thanks to the selfless spirit. Let's screw our copter. He does not have blue. So what to trade here? I guess block you. Block this guy. Block all the heavy stuff. Sacrifice selfless spirit. We only take 3. We don't get to kill as much as we would like. And we are what do we take away? Well, maybe the Campbell. It does seem that the opponent runs many creatures, not as many flicker spells as I would first have assumed. There we go. Now we know that the opponent has bounce to the hand spells. If I play Radiant Flames for 3, I should be able to get rid of almost everything here. So let's do it. We get to kill the Renegade Rallier, but I think I can also flicker the Rallier and pull up the Selfless Spirit and wait another turn. Let's do that. Swing with the Gearhulk. The opponent has to double block the Gearhulk if he doesn't want to take the damage. And let's get maybe another white just in case we find our expensive white spells, and hope for the best. This is pretty risky, but please, Eldrazi Displacer, help us win the game. Collective effort. It's trying to kill the Gearhulk. We're going to flicker Gearhulk in response. The opponent. Alright. And we're going to say goodbye to the cult leader. We won a bunch of health back. The opponent, of course, has a very strong attack here. And this gives +1/+1. We are going to let go our Copter. We definitely do not want to leave the Displacer. Should I kiss goodbye the Rider? I guess so. see what we find. Oh, another rallier, so we want the rallier in hand. Ruin in their wake, not yet. I think I'm going to attack first. Right, there we go. Deal 5 to the opponent, and this juicy large barrel is going to take the hit of the noxious Gearhulk. Okay, fine. Who cares for the blue mana? Destroy. We are now sitting at 15, and we're going to pull up another implement of Malice. Or, well, the creatures also are nice to use. I guess Selfless Spirit, so we can afford to block, and then next turn we could be flickering the Rallier over and over and over and over. Okay, Swamp, just in case Nissa shows up. We want to have the forest in the library. All right. What now? So now the opponent could have drag unders and tapping effects. Yeah, he had it, and it's going to the displacer. Okay. What else? Obiyabashiri is going to pump up Telus Lieutenant. That's a pity for us. On the other hand, yeah. On the other hand, we have the Eldrazi Displacer with us. Which is just awesome. So let's try to close up this game. First we drop the Displacer, but can we tap a bit different? Okay, I think this is correct. We could Radiant Flames before attacking. Looks great. So sacrifice Selfless Spirit. Radiant Flames for 3. Alright, leave up as much different colors as possible up. I think we are good to attack here with the Gearhulk has menace, and either one is indestructible. So the AI chose to let go that. Here we're going to leave up the mana. We can bounce back the Rallier, Hope against Hope. Oh, thank you. Thank you for giving me that. Flicker the Gearhulk. And it's all good. The only thing is that we have a single colorless land, so we can only activate the Displacer once each time, but we should be okay now. A second Radiant Flames. We can safely attack. No matter what the opponent does, we can flicker the Rallier and bring up the Selfless Spirit, and we defeated the AI, of course, because AI. Well, and after a few minor modifications to the deck, a few cards in and some out, let's see if we can keep this streak of winning going. Do I keep this hand? I probably do. Doobie-doobie-doo! Because 2 Evolving Wilds and 1 Ruin in their wake are great. We can even try to go for our ramping up with the Ruin in their wake. No, we can't. We can't quite do it unless we top deck green. If we don't have the green out, then we are not going to be able to use Woodland Cemetery on 2. Therefore, I guess I better see what the opponent is doing and try to have out a colored land instead, and we have a second Evolving Wilds for our other colors. And what is it going to be here? Opponent going with some energy plan, and we now have it. Radiant Flames could work. Only thing is, well, I guess we are going for the Woodland Cemetery plan. We are going to need red for later, but we also have plains. Let's pass the turn and see what is the opponent trying to do. With energy he can go maybe spell heavy or creature heavy, but this enchantment looks to indicate that he's going to be playing lots of artifacts or some other thing. So here we are going to open the wastes. No time wasted. That means the Ruin in the wake is going to ramp us. So we pick up the red out of this. We could have also dropped Thalia, which can be reasonable. Ruin in the wake. And if I go with the Evolving Wilds, then I can set up the Altered Ego for next turn or Brilliant Spectrum. So I guess getting blue is and it's going to enable these 2 cards. So let's go for blue. Master Trinketeer, that also gives the servo tokens +1/+1. So pick up that sweet blue mana. We could copy the guy actually. And then keep spamming tokens, token after token after token. What we are missing is white mana here. Brilliant Spectrum is quite tempting. So I guess I'm going to play Thalia here. That's one of the modifications for the deck, because she's super annoying and super strong, and of course she could get easily killed by some powerful red removal spell or exiled with white removal tools. But if the opponent is going with artifacts, I guess he's not going to have that many of those, and this is kind of interesting. I wonder if the opponent is attempting to draw a bunch of cards with this. Oh, this is actually very good to have. With the infuse, the elements, we can set up Thalia to survive a powerful turn of Radiant Flames, and if the opponent cannot exile Thalia, then we are going to have a sweet time with her. I guess we are going to go with the infuse with the elements with a total casting cost of 4. There you go. Well, only 4/4 untrampled for the turn. First strike. So a hefty 7-6 that the opponent has to deal with. He of course could activate these scary lands to swing at us, but if he's doing that, it means that he's not playing. Oh no, collective effort! Why? Who plays those cards? Well, but collective effort means that he's not attacking us with this, and his energy reserves are low for the time being. Maybe we use Unified Front. I guess we do the Brillium Spectrum here and see if we find something better to play. Draw 4 cards. We have to discard 2. Let's see what we throw away. I'm guessing Ruin in their wake. And one of the lands, maybe. I don't want to throw away the lands. Well, Skyrider Elf. Let's dump the either half. Okay, here maybe I'm going to wait. I'm guessing the opponent is going to try to activate the Master Trinketeer, and the Radiant Flames can kill more than one creature. There it goes. Pay your mana, come on. You are going to need the energy. So that's a cool combination. With 6 energy he gets to draw 3 cards. He does it right away. No time to waste. He now has 5 cards in hand. We take 3 damage here. Ouch! Oh, you're here. Finally shown up. So many options open up to us. If we don't leave a creature behind, the opponent is going to have the lands to attack us. Perhaps just a large Skyrider Elf is enough to stop the opponent. Let's try it. Let's see, I guess a large creature is going to be hard to remove for the opponent, unless of course he runs another collective effort or reprisal. Reprisal, such a good card. And here comes... that makes all the colorless creatures much stronger. He puts up another token. Alright. Okay, he has the Ether Hub open. He could Fatal Push in theory, but the opponent is not running black apparently. So I think we're safe to swing here. And we have found the Cultivator's Caravan, which means I guess I drop this one first. Then we have 5 mana, no, not enough, so go Radiant Flames for 3. Don't tap, please, the white, because I'm trying to spend that afterwards. And boom, only the 05 is remaining, and we go with the Wingmare. And hope for the opponent not being able to kill the Ring Wingmare, but the plus side, if he wants to kill the Wingmare, he's going to probably need to pay more to deal with it, and he seems to be attempting to swing with the Needle Spires here, or maybe the Wandering Fumarole. Are you a defender? No, you're not. Which means I could alter ego the Tide Drifter. but I guess it's much more amusing to alter ego the wingmare. He swings for 1, but he's going to flip the land and make it a 4-1. There you are. Sire of Stagnation. The opponent has left the game, which is a pity because this was going to get good. Brilliant Spectrum for 5 is pretty sweet. Damn it. Well, we have 7 to swing in the air, and Sire of Stagnation is one of the coolest thing to do here. Actually, I'm just going for the sake of saying that we have the wingmare up. We're going to Brilliant Spectrum for 5 instead of 4. So we draw 5 cards. And we have to discard a number of these. Well, all my cards are so cool, but I don't want to throw away any of them. One of the lands. Which of these 2 lands I prefer to have to keep? Let's keep the either half. And there we are. Just in case we find the Eldrazi Displacer. If we attack here, the opponent could, in principle, swing back with one of these lands and maybe kill us. I guess we just swing for 5. And I think it's too risky. We're going to swing for 2 because I don't want to risk the opponent removing my blocker. And for some reason I couldn't play the Cultivator's Caravan. Did I did I proceed to the next turn without playing the Caravan? Odd. More powerful tokens. I guess he should get the counters on itself instead of the... No, he did the tokens. That's not a good idea. Especially since we have already played one of the Radiant Flames. And here comes activation of Needle Spires for the sake of doing absolutely nothing. Well, his song. So the AI is getting a bit smarter, but anyways, we can play any of these. And if I do Radiant Flames before combat, not going to be great. I can actually, my best option is Altered Ego the Angel of Invention, that it's going to make everything larger on my side. That could be pretty sweet. And anything else that I can do besides that, I can remove these things, but then I don't kill the opponent. So I guess we do the Altered Ego before killing the sweet stuff. Let's put lots of counters on my Altered Ego. Angel of Invention. We get to choose if we want to add even more counters on her, but let's do, well, we have the let's protect our life total. And this one has lifelink, but he must block. Well, yeah, I think this attack is fine, even if he trades. He should have traded with the Wingmare. because that way he would have killed our 3-2 and be at 2 points of life. I'm not sure. Come on, AI, show me what you got. You have the Inventor Sphere that can be activated. He can draw. Well, he needs much more energy here. Come on, opponent. That's a pity. Alright. Just for the sake of showing the deck, let's do Unified Front for 5 mana, and we have 5 tokens. Woohoo! Now, why can I want to play the Caravan? Because this, of course, because of you, traitor. You made it so I cannot play my Caravan. Alright. Well, anyways, I hope you have liked this deck. It has its upsides and downsides, and oftentimes it's going to struggle if our opponents are too aggressive. Other than that, it's a very annoying deck to play against, which is hilarious, and the additional converge cost is so sweet. Well, I have more decks to try soon, so stay tuned. Until next time, sayonara!